Hello everyone, very good morning and good evening. Welcome to a game of high flyers, and we are here with another success story. And today with me is Mr. Shivanshu Tiwari. Before I put my gun to Shivanshu, let me give you a brief introduction about Shivanshu. So Shivanshu is basically SAP is a mechanical passed out in year 2020, and after that he has worked for 1.5 years in the manufacturing industry. So once he was working in manufacturing industry, he thought about that the growth and the progress would not be that great in this industry, and he thought about switching to IT side without moving into the coding. So he searched and he found that SAP provide that solutions, and then he selected as a SAP PP module. He came to us during the month of June. This year, month of June, he came to us, and he with us, he got trained on SAP PP Mastery. He also completed his Job Hunt Mastery, and then he got placed in Samasthi Consulting company. Okay, he gave a lot of interview calls. In 8 to 9 interviews he has given, and he does not have any SAP experience. He does not have even SAP end user experience. Without that, also within I would say that within 4 to 5 months he was able to get trained. He was able to give 8 to 10 interviews, and he was selected in 5+ companies, and finally he has joined the Samasthi Consulting. So that is a quick background about Shivanshu. So with that background, Shivanshu, I will welcome you on the show. Welcome to the game of high flyers.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
Thank you very much, sir.
So Shivanshu, I have given the brief introduction about yourself. It would be great if you can tell your experience in your words, that how you started after doing the engineering, how you got the first job, how you made your mind to switch into SAP, how you did preparation and ended up as a PP consultant, and you did it in a good and quick front. It took me 3 years to do it. You did it in less than 6 months. So congratulations for that. And then if you can elaborate your success story in your words.
Sure, sir. First of all, good morning and good evening, all of you. And thanks to Parminder sir and the whole Sastrageek family. As sir said, I am 2020 batch pass out in mechanical engineering. During that time, COVID has come. So I am also not sit in my college placement, because that time I am prepared some GATE and the government exam. That's why I am not set in the placement company. After that, there are the circumstances. That's why I think I do job, because there are not, I am not want to in gap in my career. So I think I join any job, any core job, any as a production engineer. So in one company I joined as a production engineer in Noida location only. This company made product for railway and metro. In this job I also get through LinkedIn. I follow YouTube page where the job is come, and after that when I find the job is come in any company, I go to LinkedIn and I search that company. I talk with employee and I asked two reference for that job and for that vacancy. That's why I joined as a production engineer in a core company. After 6 months, I search all over field and all over, because in production engineering and the production line, not a growth that much, and learning is also not that much. So I think I switch in some another field. So I know about the SAP, and some other colleagues also there in the my company who know about this SAP, and the who suggest me to do the SAP in that company. So when I know about the SAP, I search in Google's and the lots of the Google platform, LinkedIn. I talk with the peoples and the net suggestions. Which module I do. ये तो मुझे कंफर्म हो गया था कि अब मुझे SAP करना है, बट अब SAP में कौन सा मॉड्यूल करना है ये मुझे अभी भी नहीं कंफर्म था, बिकॉज मैकेनिकल बैकग्राउंड MM एंड PP में कंफ्यूजन होता था। फिर मैंने सजेशन ये था, क्योंकि मेरे पास 1.5 ईयर का एज ए प्रोडक्शन इंजीनियर एक्सपीरियंस था, तो मैं PP के लिए फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी रखा और मैंने PP मॉड्यूल किया सर।
Okay, that's good. So after selection of module, then how you started your training part?
Sir, after selection of my module, in 1 or 2 months I search only in YouTube and in Google's. I learned about SAP PP. I completed some of the master data part only, and like bird center, material master, and all that. And after that, I joined this Sastrageek and I completed my course, and I get a job as a SAP consultant.
That's good. That's good. That's very good to know. You know, a couple of points you mentioned, even to start as a fresher, even as a in a mechanical engineering field, to work in the industry also. You took help of LinkedIn and you got that job through the LinkedIn. That's a very good usage you have mentioned. All the people who are listening, people only think that the LinkedIn is only for the experienced people. So even a fresher, you are able to get a job in the LinkedIn. So I will be discussing a little bit more on the detail over the LinkedIn little later. That's a very good, valid point you have brought it. The one thing I want to understand, I want to also tell to the people, a lot of people come to me. I do a lot of one-to-one discussion, one-to-one career counselings. People come to me, they said they are into the manufacturing industry, they are from the mechanical background, but they don't want to go for PP. They want to go for MM. They have visited the multiple institutes. They suggested कि भैया MM करो, MM में ज़्यादा opportunities है, more opportunities are there in MM, do MM, right? But I try to make them understand that, okay, MM has a lot of opportunities, but the people are also a lot. For mechanical engineering, and if you have also the manufacturing background, the best module for you is PP. Okay. And that's what I want to understand. What make you to select a PP module? Whether somebody also suggested you MM also, and then why finally you selected the PP as a module?
Sir, as I say you, I work as a production engineer. So first, that's why I chose only PP module. And because of some also, as you say, in MM module, there are the lots of vacancy, but people are also lots in there. So I chose PP module, and also there are the some basic PP वो mechanical का एक होता है PP वाला अंदर था, प्रोडक्शन लाइन अंदर थी, तो थोड़ा सा ज्यादा बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग था मेरे लिए समझना PP मॉड्यूल.
वो अंदर कैसे आता है?
Also, if you work as a SAP consultant in as a 2 to 3 year, then also आपको other module learn करना ही पड़ेगा for better growth. So आपको सिर्फ start के लिए एक module चाहिए कि हाँ भैया मुझे SAP as a SAP consultant SAP field में entry मिल जाए. That's why I chose PP module for entry, and after that I learn also other modules.
Yeah. So the start in a PP module, I always recommend, especially to the mechanical engineering. You say ना कि अंदर से होता है mechanical वाला के अंदर production का, वो अंदर से कहाँ से होता है? That because the kind of subjects we read, we have industrial engineering
Yes sir,
in our
yes sir.
subject, we have automobile in our subject, we have a manufacturing in our subject, and then many students also go for the internship after the third semester, fifth semester, or seventh semester. They go for projects in some company or the internship in the company. And that is also two internship being mandatory, and many people go for the manufacturing industry to do those internship. So that gives them a very good view on the manufacturing side of it. And PP is all the manufacturing side of it from recipe. That's where basically
Sure
you are
sir,
able
sure.
to more correlate with PP. And PP is a little bit difficult module. It's a 30 to 40% more difficult than MM. It's easy to learn MM, but it's not that easy to learn PP. That's why the people who has a background, little bit about a background from manufacturing, who are from the mechanical engineering background, I always recommend them, boss, right module for you is PP. I do the training for in our institute, PP, MM, SD, FICU, everything, but it's important the first module you select should be the right module. Now you are able to convert, get 8 to 9 interviews in 4 to 5 months and get converted. That many number of interviews without showing experience might not get it in MM. You will get in MM, but not 8 to 9 interviews. It will be 2 to 3 interviews. That is a big difference because there are the less opportunities in PP, but the people are also very few, very less who know that module. So that where basically the PP helps out. So that's good. So as you said that that you have given 8 to 9 interviews, right? And so what kind of SAP PP relevant question has been asked to you during these 8 to 9 interviews?
Sir, actually, when I give interview, first question is just introduce yourself.
Mhm.
After that, in interview, most of the people ask about the master data.
Mhm.
When I joined my company, my team lead also say that look, Shivanshu, master data is a backbone of any ERP system. So you most focus on the master data part only. So he asked about the master data. After that, some of the configuration part and also MRP and the planning strategy. And there are the some also I arrange a interview through only LinkedIn. That's why when I give interview also I give interview for some experience vacancy also. So he asked about in retail with shop floor shop floor relative activity, and also ask about like when what he do, what I do in SAP when he this happen in any core company. Yes, sir.
Mhm. Very good. You thought you talk about. That's why in my mastery course I always talk about as soon as the master data is completed and as soon as you have completed one end-to-end cycle with the master data, that is almost 40% training we have completed at that point of time, or 35% of the training. I ask you to update your CV and go into the market, because master data is very core for PP. Okay, for other modules also there, for specifically for PP, it's 50 to 60% has been designed, not 50 to 60%, 70 to 80% of the design is controlled through master data. So if you have a very good hand on the master data, that will help you a lot. I have seen consultant 5 years, 6 years, 7 years experience consultant working in a projects, and they are only focused, or they are only focused only on the master data. Their job is to understand what master data should go into the system, explain to the business users, get the data in the Excel templates from the business user and upload into the system. That is the only thing they do it as a PP consultant, because master data activities are so much. So if you understand master data very well and very good, based on the master data itself, you can get a job of a PP consultant. That's how the powerful master data is. So very good and very valid question. And this you will find in, I don't think any interview you have given where the master data question has not been asked, right?
No, sir. No, sir. First question about master data. Most of the in interview.
First question is about master data. Okay, that's good. Okay, so
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
so you completed the PP mastery training, right? Where basically you came to know about the PP core end-to-end processes. Any feedback for that training, PP mastery training?
It's wonderful train, sir. It's also help in real time work as a consultant. No doubt, it's amazing. It's really helpful for me.
Mhm. And how about, have you completed job and mastery?
Sir, actually, when I joined Sastrageek, first I see job and mastery video. I update my CV. After that, I learn Palry. I see job and mastery, and I update my CV, and I apply all their job which vacancies come in LinkedIn and some other source. I talk with people in LinkedIn, and together I study also as our course, and both in run in parallel, sir.
Okay, okay, that's good. So that's what, I also suggest people that don't complete the PP mastery fully. Once 30% PP mastery is completed, you need to jump into the SAP Job and Mastery, the first section where I have elaborated about how to prepare CV, and then start looking for jobs. So that's what I suggest. Even when I was trying, I did the same thing. When people were saying, okay, SAP is good, before even jumping into SAP, I thought, okay, let's do a check. So I updated my CV with as a SAP PP consultant without knowing anything, without starting a training itself. I just put it in my CV and throw it into the multiple places just to check that what kind of response I am getting it, whether interview calls are coming, whether the jobs are there. Then a lot of emails I found it came to me for apply for the jobs related to SAP PP. And then I started my PP learning, and then I updated my CV also. So that's where basically it's important to update a good CV, which you came to know from the Job Hunt Mastery. You have updated and you got a lot of interview calls. Okay, that's good. What would be your suggestion to the aspirants? A lot of people who are working in manufacturing line, and they also want to jump themselves, convert their profile from manufacturing core operation to a consultant profiles, right? What would be your suggestion to them, that in which way they need to prepare or what actions they need to do so that they should be able to quickly convert from the operations job to a SAP PP consultant job?
Yes, sir, sure. I give suggestion. First of all, I give suggestion who completed the training. I talk with many people who completed SAP training, and he not give interview because of the location, because of the some package issue. I said and I suggest first you give interview at least. After that you think location and the package. If you selected them, because interview experience also help you when you give interview for your location and your package, what you would think. So first of all give interview. Also for job interview, two things are really matter. First of all reference, and second thing is your knowledge. Reference is also no doubt in real industry, it's lots of matter in for job finding. So you arrange some reference from LinkedIn, you talk with people, and you definitely people help a lot when you approach him.
Mm-hmm.
And who work as a products, I have not much experience. As I said, I have only 1.5 year experience. And who have 4 to 5 year experience, he really do any SAP PP course, and I join our Sastrageek platform and any institute and really work hard. He generally focus on the master data, some part of the configurations and MRP. If he are able to learn LSMW and the BAPI body, it's also very good thing. And also I suggest first focus on the Excel and the PowerPoint or the PPT making part, because
Mm-hmm.
it's also in real time scenario, it's also really need for as a consultant. Excel is a very important, what I
Very good point.
understand during 1 month job.
Very good. Very Excel and the PowerPoint is very important. That's what you would be using a lot. But the good thing is that learning Excel and PowerPoint is not that difficult. So when you start your job, even while working in my first job, the first thing I learned is to get more deeper into the Excel itself.
Yes sir, yes sir.
So whether you work into the operation or you work as a consultant, Excel is the one which you should have a very good hand on it, right? And that will
Yes
that
sir.
will help you out. So that's good. That's very good suggestion, that to give the interviews, giving interviews are very important. Facing interviews are very important. Don't put, if you are looking for a first job in SAP, don't put any constraint to location in your mind. Don't put any constraint to the package which you will get it. Don't put any constraint that some companies there they are giving me an opportunity with the bond, whether I should take that interview or not. That things all are after giving the interviews once you got selected. If you got selected, there is a one company giving you a bond, there's another company which is taking you without bond, you go ahead without bond. But if you have only opportunity with bond, even I suggest people go and join, because initial stage of the career, the most important thing is your experience. Once you get 1 to 2 years of experience, your salary package will fly away. Okay, your salary package will fly away. I guarantee you, Shivanshu, that in 2 years of experience, whatever the package you have, okay, if you follow the path we suggested, you can definitely go 3 times, minimum 3 times you can go in 2 years. That much of growth is there. But the first thing is to getting those 2 years of experience, right?
Yes sir.
That's very important. That's good. So you talk about the LinkedIn also, right? I want to discuss specifically on LinkedIn, because in all my job and mastery, in my PP mastery session, I push people ki bhaiya go to the LinkedIn. During the course also, during the session also, I would be creating a post. I would be asking that I have put it a post of for today's session in the LinkedIn. Go there, comment there, like there, because I want to people to use more LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a gold mine. Now, earlier, the LinkedIn was only important for the experienced people. They were getting opportunities. Now, even the fresher opportunities are also there. So how do you know about LinkedIn and how you use LinkedIn to convert around 6 to 7 interviews from LinkedIn itself? So what is your experience with LinkedIn?
Sir, actually, I tell you, I get my first job also as a production engineer. I get job my through only LinkedIn. Whatever vacancy I see in LinkedIn and some other place, I in go the in their company profile, and I add some peoples in that company in seniors levels, and talk with HR, and I ask to reference, and also I ask some suggestion what type of the interview he asked in that company. So people really help a lot, no doubt, sir, in LinkedIn.
So going into the LinkedIn, making the connections, finding the companies, applying for their, and then taking a references before the interview and checking that what kind of company, that helps a lot. Creating a good network would be helping you a lot on the LinkedIn.
Yes, sir. First point, also I add one point. You not think like that. First of all, you completed your training, then you build your network, then you apply the job. You build your network in parallel with your training. That's help you a lot.
Very good point. Beautiful. That's what we suggest. Even from the first day, first session, you will be joining with us. I would be creating a LinkedIn post. And believe me, at starting, there are a lot of people, they said, Ki, sir, I will do it later because I don't have a LinkedIn account. That's the reason I'm introducing you in the first and second session. I have created a LinkedIn post. Go into the LinkedIn, create your profile, start creating your network. And that need to happen in parallel, not in the later. That's very good and valid point. So Shivanshu, so this is what you have done. Now let me ask you, what is your future target? What do you see that in next few years, how do you want to grow?
Sir, actually, same question I also want to ask with you
Okay.
to guide me for future.
Sure. I will guide you. So right now you have started your job, right? So what I would suggest you that whatever the job has been given to you, whatever the work has been given, implementation project, support project, or within the support also the MRP area, master data area, whatever the area has been given to you, in that area you go deep. You go very, very deep. Because whatever the training we provide or whatever the training any institute will provide, that is to kickstart your journey as a SAP PP consultant. Now you need to do the excellence in the PP. So you jump into the deep, whatever the topic has been given to you, where you're working, you go deep into it. Okay. When you're going
Yes, sir.
deep into it, also make sure that, okay, let's say you have been assigned only to a master data. You go deep into the master data, but then expand your bandwidth and also see beyond that how this is impacting the business, how it is getting connected with the another modules. See and try to learn the integration. Maybe it's not part of your role. The once the purchase requisition has been created, it will go for the purchase requisition approval, it will go for the purchase order, not your area, right? But you also try to think about and try to learn the connected areas. You have a good hand on the integration points. That's what I want you to do the initial 1 year, whatever the work has been given to you, work deeper into it. And don't restrict yourself, ki, I need to work only in this. Whatever the connected areas are there, try to also learn the connected areas. That would be you would be doing in first year, right? So when you will be working on the connected areas, that from that point, I would like you to expand your learning journey. If you see in your project, you have a lot of connection with a lot of connection with QM you are happening, or maybe a lot of connections with SD, you are seeing it, SD module overview, exposure, you are getting it, then start learning the another modules. Okay. In growing market, it would be very important that you should know minimum two modules. Two
Yes,
modules
sir.
in depth is the minimum. PP would always be core for you. Okay. But when you are growing your career, you also make sure that you learn the further modules. If you get a chance to work on to the more into the planning side, you can go for PPDS. In 2 years, IBP is having a very good demand into the market. But right now, I would not suggest you to start IBP. But maybe if you work good in 1 to 2 years in the planning side, then you should look for IBP and expand yourself in IBP. Otherwise, whatever the integrated modules, give a very good focus to that. Okay. That's what you need to do initially. Now, in this period you are working, right? And then you are not searching for job. Now people think, yeah, abhi I have joined this one company, right? And now the next change I will do in 2 to 3 years, so my job hunt will start for after 2 to 3 years. No, it does not happen. Whatever the company, maybe you will be serving this company for 5 years or 10 years, but whatever the company you will join after 5 years or 10 years, or maybe it's 1 or 2 years, whatever the time period for you, the search start from now. And it's a very basic principle for that search is the LinkedIn. So in
Yes, sir.
LinkedIn, now it will change, the approach will change. How the approach will change? In LinkedIn, you need not to approach to the companies where the job is there, applying for the job vacancies. That part you need not to do. But it's very good to increase your network.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
Into the PP, into the SAP, if you are looking for the on-site opportunities, you need to increase your network. And increasing your network does not happen in one day. If you're looking for a change in 2 years of time, you should start now itself. Okay. So increase your network. And how will you increase your network? To increase your network, what I suggest you, every day in initial stage of your career, you would be learning something. Maybe a new transaction, maybe a new process. Okay. You can just create a simple screenshot of it, or maybe create a simple document. Okay. And upload over the LinkedIn. You will see that one way is that you are approaching to the people, and this is the second way, people are approaching to you.
Yes, sir.
Once you will create those documents, nowadays in the assignments also, which we give in our course, we have a Word document, we have a PPT document. I'm asking people to prepare those document and then upload those document into the LinkedIn also, so that the increase can be reached, so that your network can be increased, right? That's what you need to do it. Even though if you have videos from Sastrageek solutions, you will be working, and you need to refer back to some of the training, you are going back again to the MRP training, just take a screenshot, whatever the diagram I have prepared, whatever the whatever the mind map I have prepared, just take a screenshot. If you like something, take a screenshot and then put it on the LinkedIn by with your learning on it, that okay, I have learned this thing happened like this. Just put it on the LinkedIn. Don't see that how many people are liking it, how many people are sharing it. Initial stage, you say, yeah, I have put it a post, only 2 3 likes are coming. Even when I started, few likes was coming. Now in my post, you will see 100 plus, or some posts are going with 500 plus likes and sharing. That will eventually that will grow. Okay. But you need to work on that from now itself. Create some documents, put some screenshot, whatever your daily learnings, whatever you have learned, put a post on the LinkedIn, so that you would always be in the limelight of the other people. People know ki yaar, Shivanshu is the one who is working in SAP PP. When people are looking for the profiles in SAP PP on LinkedIn, automatically your would be coming on the top. Okay. Always try to use hashtags. Put hashtags for SAP, push hashtag for SAP PP. You can, in all of your posts, you can mark me, Parminder, you can tag me, or you can tag the Sastrageek solution also, so that your reach can be increased. Okay. So very simple way, not reaching out to the companies, but increasing your network. That's what you need to do for next 1 year, minimum 1 year. Got it?
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you for that suggestion.
So that was a very good interview, Shivanshu. I hope that with this success story, all the people who are listening to us would be getting a lot of benefits. They would come to know about the LinkedIn power, what kind of question has been asked in the interviews, and SAP, especially SAP PP interviews, and how to convert their profile from the manufacturing to SAP PP consultant. So thank you very much for joining us for this Job and Mastery.
Sure, sir. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, everyone who are listening to us. We will be coming back with the next success story, with the next Job and Mastery session. Sorry, with next game of high flyers. We will be coming back, and stay tuned with us. Follow us over the YouTube or the LinkedIn for these kind of success story videos. Goodbye till then.